This is Sugandh Sinha, goal number 20C10073. For my DIY project, I will be disassemble this mouse. This mouse is pretty old and there's a lot of dust between all the gaps. And this mouse works fine with movement and scroll, but the left button is a little bit off because it has a lot of dust. So I aim to clean that up and make sure it works. So for disassembling, I will remove this back panel. This back panel is attached by two screws which are under this rubber pad. So for that I'll have to remove this rubber pad. To remove the rubber pad, I will use this cutter, and with this cutter, when I remove this, after removing this rubber pad, it was attached with a little bit of glue. Then I'll take my screwdriver and open these two screws that I am pointing over here. These are the two screws that I have to remove. Now one of those screws was a bit difficult to remove because it got stuck, but even though it was still out of the screw grooves, so it was easy to remove. Then I'm removing the back panel from the front so that I can see the circuit board and all of the components. It was a bit difficult to remove because I had no idea that to remove I would have to slide it back, and I was pulling it apart, and this is why it took a lot of time. But when I figured out you have to pull it back and then it gets removed, so after that I tried to push it back and then it got removed easily. Now here I'll be describing the circuit components. First we see a scroll wheel and then these two white buttons. These two white buttons are the ones that when pressed are pressed by the mouse will actually send signals to that this button has been pressed. These are the two white components that I was talking about. The scroll wheel is over there, and I'll try to remove the scroll wheel now. The scroll wheel has been attached to the board through this wire. So for removing the scroll wheel, first I would have to remove this circuit board from there. I see two small plastic clips that are holding the circuit board to the body of the mouse, and for removing that I would just have to press these clips a little bit back to see that the circuit board is free, and then I put my pencil over here to take the circuit board out. Now the circuit board is out. It is still attached by wire to the mouse, and this over here we see is the plastic glass panel. Now we see that this glass panel has this LED symbol behind it, and that LED actually takes whatever the movements are there. The mouse wheel automatically dropped the moment I pulled out the circuit board, and hence I did not have to work a lot. Now this is the front cover of the mouse that had a lot of dust, which I cleaned later. This is the mouse wheel that automatically got removed. This mouse wheel goes inside the cover to rotate. Now I'll try to put all the components back. First I would put the glass panel back. This glass panel actually works with LED to measures how much the mouse has actually moved. Now once I fit the glass panel over there, then after that I will put the LED, and after I will put the entire circuit over there. Then again I'll have to pull the clips back to ensure that the circuit board fits on the mouse. These two that I just pointed. Just fitting the circuit board was a little bit difficult. The main reason for that was the glass panel that I thought I was putting it in the wrong direction, and because of that I had to do this twice, and this is why it took this much time. Now this wire I have to put it back along the sides, and this wheel I also have to attach over there. This wheel also took a little bit of effort just because the side components were tight, and pulling them back and putting the wheel axle became a little bit of difficult to do. Here you can see that I am trying a little bit, but it's not going in the first try, and I had to try it a few times to get it right. Now if we see that the mouse wheel has been fit over there, and it's also rotating perfectly. There was some dust in the mouse wheel that I also cleared. Then I had to place the wire back at its original place. This again I had to fit it through all the grooves and the extra plastic outings that were there, and I had to fit it under this. Now I had to place the back panel on the top of it, and attaching this was again a little bit difficult because I was using the same that if I push it in it will get fixed, but I had to uh, slide it in under one of the plastic pieces and then screw the back, and this is why I had to go through a lot of trouble. Now we can see that the buttons over here are working, the left and the right buttons are working, and I just need to screw the back, and then the mouse reassembly will be completed. So I again have the screws. I have the screwdriver, so I attached one screw to it, and then I try to screw it in. So the other side, the other screw was already all in the back panel, and it was not coming off. So it was always there. So I just had to screw it up, and it was done. Now I can see that the left click had been slightly better. Earlier it was very much jammed, and then I just placed the rubber panel on the back again, and I also one more rubber panel that from the front that I removed for easy disassembly. Now this mouse has been reassembled, and now I will go ahead and test it with the laptop. So I plug it in my laptop. I hear one sound that says that the mouse has been detected. We see that the light on the mouse has been running, so this means that the mouse is working, no wire connections have broken. Now I check the right click, it is working. Mouse is also responding to the movements. The left click is still a little bit junky, but it's far better than previous where it was not even detecting the left click. So all in all, this mouse works, and this was my DIY project.